Hey guys, so to start us off, we're going to look at our SWOBOT for the day. And remember, our SWOBOT stands for students will be able to. So by the end of this video, you should be able to classify an animal as a homodont or a heterodont or neither. So it fits into neither of those two categories. Okay, so just to kind of review a little bit from last time. Last time we looked at heterodonts, which means the organism has different types of teeth. And we looked at 3 different types of heterodonts. We looked at herbivores, omnivores, and carnivores. And so today we're also going to look at insectivores. Okay, so just to remind you, herbivores have more flattened teeth because they eat mainly plants. Omnivores are going to have flat as well as pointy teeth because they're feeding on plants and animals. So here in the bear's mouth, you can see that some of its incisors are flat, but then we have some pointy ones as well. And this is similar to a human's mouth because we're also omnivores, that many of our teeth are flat, but we do have a few pointy ones. And then if you feel in your mouth the premolars and the molars, you can feel some more of those points. And then we have our carnivore who has the pointiest of teeth, and even his incisors are pretty pointy, and that's because he's going to have a diet of mainly meat. All right, so just kind of a little bit of practice. We have 2 different skulls here. Which one would be the herbivore and which one would be the carnivore? So there's a few different things that you want to make sure that you're looking for is, are they pointy teeth? Are they flat and pointy teeth? Are they mostly flat teeth? Is there a canine present? If there's not a canine present, then there's going to be a gap, okay? And that gap is called the diastema. So we know skull A here is our herbivore because we have that nice big gap of the diastema. And then we know B is our carnivore because not only does it have these giant canines, you can even see that its premolars and molars also are really, really sharp. Okay. What are the teeth in the front here called? And hopefully you remember that those are incisors. And that big guy that we were just talking about, that of course is our canine. Again, the front teeth, and this guy only has 2 in the front, and those are the incisors. These guys right here behind that big pointy guy, that is our premolars. So the teeth that follow right after the canine are our premolars. And then last but not least, the guys in the way, way back of our mouth, those are our molars. Okay. So insectivores have all those different types of teeth as well, but those are just a lot smaller. And those are really, really sharp and pointy, just like carnivores. So an insectivore is a type of carnivore that feeds on a specific meat. So I know we don't really think about bugs as meat, but for them, they are meat. Okay, and so they have these nice little dagger-like pointy teeth so that they can break through that hard exoskeleton on the different insects. And so you can see in this artist rendering here that we have the incisors, then the canines, premolars, and molars. And you can see here in the bat's mouth too, those nice canines and premolars and molars there. Okay, here's just some examples of some other insectivores. And then we have homodonts. So heterodonts are organisms that have different types of teeth. Homodonts are organisms that have the same type of teeth. Now they can be different sizes, but they have generally the same shape. Okay, remember heterodonts, we had incisors, canines, premolars, and molars. Homodonts, they don't have them classified like that. They're just all teeth. Okay, so reptiles are a good example of this. You can see that they have all cone-shaped teeth, but some are bigger than the others, and that just means that that tooth has been there longer because a lot of homodonts can lose their teeth and keep regrowing them back in. Okay. Snakes also have teeth, and theirs actually are set up in rows. Now their teeth aren't really used for chewing their prey. It's more just to grab onto their prey and keep a hold of their prey until they're able to kill it. Now this is a constrictor, so you don't see any big fangs in there, but you can see the little different rows of teeth there. Okay. Fish are homodonts. Not all fish have teeth, but some fish do have teeth. And if the fish does have teeth, it is classified as a homodont. One of the more popular fishes are shark. And you can see here, this is a goblin shark and all of his little different teeth there. Here's just a picture of seeing how the teeth connect to the jawbone, and see our teeth also connect to our jawbone. And what's really cool is that most fish don't have like a full skeleton. Their skeleton is mainly cartilage, so that decomposes versus bones don't really decompose. And so that's why you never see a full skeleton of a shark. You only see the jaw and the teeth because those are the only full bone that the animal has, is its jaw and its teeth. All right, so which teeth below are the homodont and which one are the heterodont? So we want to look at which one has teeth that are all the same versus teeth that are different. And so you can see that A is clearly our heterodont because its teeth are different sizes, not only different sizes, but different shapes. So those incisors are nice and flat, but then they have these big giant canines, and you can see that the back, the premolars and molars, kind of have some flatness but pointiness to them as well. The homodont has all the same type of teeth all around. Again, some different sizing, but still the same general shape. All right, so here's a little bit more of a trickier one. So let's look at the teeth. Look at the teeth that you have here on the skull and the teeth on this skull. Clearly B is a heterodont because you can see that it has incisors, canines, premolars, and molars. But the snake is a little harder to determine because you see that all these teeth are the same and all those teeth are the same, but you have these two fangs that are also considered teeth. A snake is still considered a homodont even if it is a venomous snake and it has fangs, because if you notice that the smaller teeth are still curving just like those fangs are just a lot larger. Okay, and so the snake is still considered a homodont. Okay, what's really cool about this snake skeleton you can see here is that the bottom jaw is not attached, and so that makes it easier for them to swallow prey, as well as it gives room for him to put his fangs down when he closes his mouth. Okay. Amphibians are also homodonts. Their teeth, again, are not used for chewing, or it's just to hold on to prey so that they can then force it down. They just swallow everything whole, just like snakes. This is a frog skull here, and so that's what its little teethers look like. Here's a salamander, and it has a row of teeth here, and then another row of teeth back here. Okay. Now, birds don't have teeth. Some of the waterfowl, like this goose here, you can see has a serrated beak, which will hurt you just as bad as teeth, but they're not made out of bone. Okay. But birds did have teeth long ago. If you look at their ancestors, such as the T-Rex, had a ton of teeth. All right, insects don't have teeth, only vertebrates do. Ants have mandibles, and these are structures that can help them cut and grind just like teeth, kind of like little saws, and they'll like cut up a little leaf, so then they can take some back to their colony. Of course, that's a leaf cutter ant that I was talking about. Other insects have different types of mouth parts. So some of them have those chewing mandibles like we saw on the ant. Some of them have like a piercing straw like a mosquito. Some of them have like a curlicue straw like a butterfly, and this one's called a proboscis. And then flies will have kind of like this spongy mouthpiece. Okay. All right, so let's just kind of review back over homodonts and heterodonts. So homodonts are the same type of teeth, meaning they have the same shape. Heterodonts have different types of teeth, so different shapes of teeth. And then they're both going to be vertebrates. It doesn't matter how many teeth they have, and it doesn't matter the size of the teeth. Okay. So remember, complete your questions, reference the PowerPoint if needed, and see you in Google Meets next week. Or this week, sorry. This week. I want to see you guys this week. All right, bye.